Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to yet another weekend reading vlog. This one's gonna be a little bit different. As like last weekend, I totally forgot to pick up my phone and vlog Friday, so today is Saturday. Hi, hello. I was trying to think of a way that I could make this weekend kind of interesting, and you know, my one idea was that I'd do like a 24-hour readathon. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm gonna start at like 11 o'clock tonight and go to 11 o'clock tomorrow night and like read as much as I can, because I have some books that I really want to finish and I have an e-arc that I need to read and review, and I just want to like get some reading done because this past week and a bit I haven't read any books. Like, I've read pages but I haven't finished any books, so I'm feeling a little bit behind, which is not true, obviously. So out of those, I am planning on finally finishing The House in the Cerulean Sea, which I'm so excited about and also terrified about, because you know, it's just so good and so cute and pure, and I just don't want my heart to be ripped out for any reason at all. I'm on page 250 and there are 396 pages, so less than 150 pages left, which is kind of fun. Less than 150 pages left, and like just under. And so I will be hopefully finishing that. And then I also want to read my e-arc, which I have from NetGalley, one of my e-arcs, possibly two. I have the Carrie Maniscalco book that's coming out in October, I believe. I want to read that and review that before it comes out. It is, I believe, I'm just gonna look it up because I don't remember the full title of it. I know it's Kingdom something. October 27th, that's the expected publishing date. It's called Kingdom of the Wicked. So I have the e-arc from NetGalley, thank you NetGalley, and the publisher, Jimmy Patterson's thing, I think, Jimmy Patterson? I don't remember what publisher that imprint is under, but thank you to them, obviously, and I'm excited to read this because I really enjoy Carrie Maniscalco's Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I have yet to finish that, but I'm excited about this one. This one sounds very good. So I will let you know about that more later. I'm also, if I get to it, I have a arc that I'm beta reading for Marissa Miller, When Wicked Runs West. So I'm excited about this. So the little description thingy, we have: far away in a world very different from our own exists a magical signpost that points in 4 different directions, each leading to an alternate land. When one arrives at the crossroads, a very important decision must be made: which direction to choose. North has been sealed away. East points to Oz. South leads to Neverland. West goes to Wonderland. In book 1 of the When Wicked series, follow Alice Liddell and Dorothy Gale in a brand new twisted tale that takes them on unexpected adventures through Wonderland. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this. I just like, my whole body just went into shivers. So yeah, I will probably also be reading this. Anyways, those are 2 of the arcs that I possibly could be reading. And then of course I have my classics that I also would like to get going on, because I need to finish at least one of them, at least The House of Mirth, by the beginning of October, because I want to read Rebecca in October for the new Rebecca movie release, which is going to be exciting. But yeah, that'll be my 24-hour readathon. Those are a lot of books to read, in like 3 different books, finishing this one and then those 2 e-arcs to read in like a 24-hour span. So if I read anything else, it'll be books that I've already started, like Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes, or City of Brass, which I haven't picked up in like literally a month. I have so many books on the go right now, oh my god. But yeah, I need to finish books, so that's gonna be my thing. That'll be my thing at some point. I also want to, at some point in this video, give you guys like a writing update where I am with my projects, because I feel like I haven't done a consolidated chat with you guys about things. I've just kind of like mentioned it offhand, so I will do that at some point in this video as well. But yes, it's the weekend. It's a lovely September weekend, and I can't wait to take you guys along with me. So let's get this started. right, so I figured I would find a spot where you guys could sit so you guys are on top of my piano now. Let's do this writing update now, shall we? So, if you guys remember, back in July for Camp NaNoWriMo, I ended up writing the entire draft of Project Dream, which was about 56,000 words in about 17 days. So I wrote that, and then I let it sit for the rest of July and all of August, basically most of August. And in that time, I returned back to Project Dark, which I've been writing for like 5 years, right? But this specific draft I started early this year, and then I went and there's a dog walking by. And in April, for that Camp Nano, I ended up adding about 30,000 words to it. So I also ended up finishing Project Dark this summer, that draft anyways, and I ended up sending Project Dark to my friends. This is all stuff that you guys know if you've been around on my channel for a while, because I have shared it and I've let you know about it. So yeah, Project Dark, one of my friends came back to me with her thoughts and edits so far, so that's fun, which is really good. And I will probably let it sit for a little while longer before I go back to Project Project Dark. Wow, they're both Project D word, so I get them mixed up a lot. Yes, Project Dark, I'm gonna go back to eventually. I don't think it'll be in October or November, but possibly December, possibly the new year, to dive back into that with edits and stuff. But before I even go into those edits, I have to do a lot of brainstorming and work on that one. But the one that I wanted to update you on mostly in my writing was Project Dream specifically, because in one of my most recent vlogs, I think I mentioned having printed the manuscript out and that I was reading through it. Reading through the draft and making notes and seeing exactly where I can fix things, make it a better story and that kind of stuff. And of course, once I actually went through and like had finished this, a month later I realized that I hadn't included any Halloween-y stuff or fall stuff. And this was meant to be my like fall middle grade, which is just bonkers to me. Like, how did I forget the most important like fall centered events in a kid's life? It's Halloween, right? So I have to go back and fix it. So as I was reading through this manuscript, I was just, making notes and writing notes to myself about everything, really. There's some sticky notes of like big plot things, scenes that need to be added, events that need to be added, and events that need to be changed. So just to make it more fall centric and more atmospheric. And I also need to figure out the main thing that I need to figure out now that I've done this, because I did finish reading through all of this, I believe like a week ago, just about a week ago, and I haven't had a chance to actually start draft 2 yet. So my deadline for myself of September 31st, or 30th, September 30th, right? There's not that many days in September, is gone out the window because I don't think I can do this draft in that short amount of time. And so we'll see if I can do it like long term before NaNoWriMo, because I would like to do a different story for NaNoWriMo, and like, which is coming in November. So hopefully I can have this done before the end of October. I've spent one of the previous evenings, I spent it doing some physical town world building in my book. I've figured out like what region in North America this is going to be set in, what like specific small town that actually exists that I'm basing it off of, and like then I've decided what kind of places are going to be included in a small town like this. And then I've like figured out the history of the town, and then like just a variety of street names that I've come up with, and fall stuff, because this town is going to be very fall centered, and like fall is their big thing in this town. Like you think of like Stars Hollow, right? They have their festivals and stuff. This is going to be very fall centered, and I needed to come up with so much stuff. That is where I'm at with all my writing stuff. I am planning on starting the second draft this weekend sometime. So that is my writing update. I hope you enjoyed. I don't really have anything else to say. But yes, if you guys are currently working on a project, let me know about it down below. I'm so excited about this middle grade, you guys. I honestly am like deeply in love with it. Let's continue with this vlog.
Well, I'm a mess. It is 1:45 in the morning. All I have left of the House of the Cerulean Sea is the epilogue. I have been crying for the past 45 minutes reading this book. It's so precious. It is everything. And I'm gonna finish it and then talk to you about it tomorrow when I'm not crying anymore. It's so good. Good morning, friends. Happy Sunday. I'm here awake and no longer crying. It's about, like, I want to say almost 11 in the morning. I'm showered, I'm awake, all that kind of stuff. And I'm ready to read more. What am I going to read today? I think I'm going to start with one of my arcs today, the E-arcs. I don't know if I'm going to go right into Kingdom of the Wicked, but because I have another arc from somebody else, the Marissa Miller arc. So I'm going to try and read as much of that as I can, because I think it was only like 200 pages on the PDF, so I can probably get through that pretty quickly. And then, of course, Kingdom of the Wicked. But this book, you will be seeing it on my favorites list. Guaranteed. Everything about it is perfect. I know it says up here, this book is very close to perfect. To me, it's perfect. Like, there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with this book. It is so good, and it's just so soft and sweet. I cannot recommend this highly enough. It is such a sweet dose of serotonin. I just love it. The kids in here, there's one point where I like scream wrote, "This is exactly how dealing with kids is." Like, exactly. I don't even know what part it was. But just the way that Linus slowly falls in love with not only the kids, but Arthur and the island. And yeah, it was right here I wrote, "I'm smelling like a fool. This is exactly what it's like when dealing with kids." Because it's just the way that they ask questions, and it's like the blunt answers. Anyways, I'm gonna stop raving about this because you're gonna hear about it in like every single video from now on, because it's just so good. Please read it. It is so good. Middle grade for adults, like a dose of serotonin and cuteness, and it's just so good. Anyways, I'm gonna go upstairs, eat something, and continue reading something. Yeah, I'm gonna bring my iPad with me and continue reading, or start reading, I guess, one of the arcs that I have. I'm not reading either of those arcs today because I ended up buying yarn at Walmart. I got this pretty yellow and I have a gray that's gonna go with it. I'm making a blanket, but I've just been so into it and working with my hands. I was like, I need to do something, I need to listen to something as I'm doing this. So I'm listening to Wicked and the Wallflower by Sarah McLean because I have the audiobook on script for it. I have no idea where I am in this. That's probably something I should have figured out before I started this clip, but let's find out. I'm at chapter 16, so I'm just about halfway through. Page 208 out of under 300, or under 400, so I am over the halfway mark. So that's good, and I'm enjoying it so much. It feels like a fluffier Peaky Blinders character if the main character of Peaky Blinders like fell in love with basically a noble woman. It's cute and the tension is perfect. That's what I've been doing today. The 24-hour readathon is going very well because I've just been reading and listening to it all day, but I'm taking a break right now. I'm watching some booktube, but I'm gonna go back to it. And I think once my fingers get like officially exhausted, because they're getting tired, but like officially exhausted from crocheting, I will be reading one of the arcs at least. So, but yeah, I'll keep you updated. Hey friends, it is now 9:30 on Sunday, so I'm now downstairs for the moment. I have 8.5 rows on my blanket. I have read 79 pages of the arc for Marissa Miller's book. I plan on continuing and finishing that right now. As of right now, it's okay, it's interesting. It's a retelling of both Alice in Wonderland and The Wizard of Oz, using Alice and Dorothy as the main characters, and we also have Peter Pan as a character, so it's kind of cool because you're revisiting the old fairy tales. But I will say it is very fast paced, like almost too fast, like we're skipping story so fast, and sometimes I feel like I'm blinking and things have happened and there hasn't been enough time in between. It's like it reads as like a young YA novel, but it is also very interesting. I'm enjoying it so far, so that's good. And I also, when I was watching my YouTube videos, I was also watching YouTube videos as I was reading those first 70 some pages of the When Wicked Runs West. I believe that's the name of the book that I'm reading. I ended up reading the first installment of the Avatar: The Last Airbender graphic novels because I found a PDF of it on Scribd, The Promise Part 1, and I had started it yesterday early in the day just because like I wanted to read something, but I just didn't want to dive into my 24-hour readathon books yet, so I just dived into that, and then I ended up doing a bunch of other things before I could finish it. But it feels like like the characters, it's my babies again. I love Avatar. It makes my heart happy. But now I'm going to come downstairs and either settle on my chair or settle in bed and read a little bit more of the arc. Hopefully I can finish it, like that's my goal, because I'm reading it really fast because it's like on a PDF and I'm scrolling, reading it so fast. And so I can probably finish that within an hour or less, and then I want to read more of the Wicked and the Wallflower, which I'm more than halfway through, so amazing. And then that I can do while I'm crocheting. It's a good day. I'm really glad I decided to do this impromptu 24-hour readathon. It's great. And just like that, friends, my 24-hour readathon has come to an end. I'm really happy that I did it from like 11 to 11. It makes so much more sense for me because I'm not like super exhausted. And it was a great time. I ended up finishing 3 books today. Amazing, and reading half of another, which is even better. So I first finished The House in the Cerulean Sea, which I had originally started reading on my birthday 2 weekends ago now, and I slowly made my way through that, and I enjoyed it so much. It is I want to say, my second favorite book of the year because of The Starless Sea, and I think it's like my second favorite book of all time because of The Starless Sea. Like, it's just like those 2 books, top tier, you guys. So good. I loved it. It's fine. And then I started reading The Wicked and the Wallflower whilst crocheting my blanket, which I'm going to continue doing now for a bit. I am still on page 208, I guess. That's where chapter 16 is. I'm gonna continue this at some point. Probably tomorrow, continue it at some point. I'm really enjoying this, like, so much. And then I read the first graphic novel for Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Promise, Part 1. I liked it. I found it too short, so, like, I'm hoping that... And I think that's because, like, it's a graphic novel, and it's supposed to be read in the way that, like, a comic book is supposed to be read, so that it's included with all of its volumes. So, like, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, all together as one story arc. Which makes sense. So I enjoyed Part 1. It's lovely to be back in the Avatar world. I think that one's going to be like a 3.5 star or something, because it's not really a full story on its own. Yeah. And then I just finished reading the arc of When Wicked Runs West. Yeah, that's it. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was really interesting to see these classic characters that we know, Peter Pan and Alice and Dorothy, all come together in this world where multiple stories can live. I think I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. It wasn't like my favorite, and I did find the pacing weird, and I thought that the writing could have been better, a little bit more polished in parts, and that also might be because Marissa actually, for some reason, her book was released early, and, like, I was supposed to be an ARC reader to give her feedback and stuff, like a beta reader, or not really a beta reader, was it a proofreader? Something about, like, just a reader to catch typos and, like, little things and stuff like that. But the book was released early, and it was supposed to be released October 15th or 12th, whatever the Tuesday is there, and it was released this past week. I think that might be why there were a few things in my copy that were slightly unpolished. But there were, like, I think, as I said before, the writing is very accessible, and it could be accessible to younger YA readers, like almost middle grade readers too, so I think that's also part of it in my head. I don't know, but yeah, it was fun, and I think you guys should check it out if you're interested in reading a story where Alice from Alice in Wonderland and Dorothy from Wizard of Oz kind of meet in the middle in this story world where Oz is east and Wonderland is west and Neverland is south, and I cannot remember what's north. But it's kind of fun. It's a really fun world, and it's interesting to see what Marissa did with the characters. I'm actually gonna end this reading vlog here because tomorrow we have some stuff going on. Bella's not doing very well. She has done something to her leg, and she's like 9 years old. And she jumps off of stuff like she's 2 and can handle that. And she's absolutely crazy. Like, if any of my friends know, she's crazy. Like, she acts like she's 2 years old. And so something happened, and I think 2 days ago now, she did something to herself, and she was in so much pain. And, like, it's still going on. And you can tell when she's walking that, like, her one leg is out like this as she's walking, which is not normal. So we think she's done something to her leg. And so I think we're going to bring her to the vet in the morning just to make sure that like nothing's broken, because we have her like this has happened before where she's like put her back out from jumping. So we have this like dog anti-inflammatory Aleve type stuff that we give her to like take away the pain and that kind of stuff. So we have her on that, which is the only thing that's like keeping her like asleep at night. Otherwise she paces and like can't sit still. So we're gonna go check that out tomorrow. And then I have to work tomorrow night, so it makes sense for me to end this here. So thank you guys so much for watching my impromptu 24-hour reading vlog and my writing update vlog. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me, finishing up some books, reading an arc, reading a graphic novel, you know, just having a good time. But yeah, I will catch you in another video soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.